Are you tired of chasing beauty products that promise glowing skin but don't deliver? Or working out hard but not seeing the body results you want? The secret might just be on your plate. In today's video, we're diving into the world of superfoods that not only nourish your body but also give your skin that natural, radiant glow. As you know, human skin is a highly complex organ that serves as the first line of defense against environmental pathogens and plays a critical role in thermoregulation and hydration. Simultaneously, achieving and sustaining a healthy body composition relies not only on caloric intake but also on the composition, timing, and quality of the foods consumed. Here, we explore the scientific underpinnings of foods promoting healthy skin and effective physiological regulation for staying in shape. At the molecular level, skin health and metabolic regulation have numerous overlapping nutritional requirements. Several micronutrients, such as vitamins A, C, D, and E, various B vitamins, essential fatty acids, and certain minerals, alongside macronutrient quality, play pivotal roles in influencing both external appearance and systemic metabolism. One foundational element is the intake of antioxidants, primarily vitamin C and E, which neutralize reactive oxygen species, unstable molecules generated through normal cellular processes and exposure to pollutants or ultraviolet UV radiation. According to a review published in Nutrients, 2018, dietary vitamin C, abundant in foods such as bell peppers, strawberries, and citrus fruits, supports the biosynthesis of collagen, the most abundant protein in skin. Collagen provides structural integrity and elasticity. Inadequate synthesis can lead to premature wrinkling and compromised wound healing. Vitamin E, present in nuts, seeds, and plant oils, integrates into cell membranes to combat peroxidative damage. A synergistic relationship between these vitamins exists. Vitamin C is known to regenerate oxidized vitamin E, thereby supporting sustained antioxidant protection. Carotenoids, another diverse class of compensatory phytonutrients, are primarily derived from richly colored fruits and vegetables. Beta-carotene, for example, found abundantly in carrots, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens, is a precursor to retinol, the active form of vitamin A. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2012, revealed that higher dietary beta-carotene consumption correlated with measurable reductions in the development of photoaged skin, likely due to accumulations in the skin itself, where they provide a natural, though partial, sun protective effect. Furthermore, carotenoids are powerful antioxidants, reducing chronic inflammation, which is implicated not only in skin aging but also in obesity and metabolic syndrome. Polyphenols, a category including flavonoids, stilbenes, and phenolic acids, have been extensively explored for their anti-inflammatory and photoprotective properties. Regular consumption of foods high in polyphenols, such as dark chocolate, containing high levels of flavonols, green tea, rich in catechins, and deeply pigmented berries, has been linked to enhanced skin blood flow and increased dermal density. A randomized controlled trial in the Journal of Nutrition, 2015, found that women who consumed high flavanol cocoa experienced improved skin texture, greater hydration, and enhanced resistance to UV-induced erythema. Polyphenols also modulate endothelial function and, by facilitating glucose uptake and modulating appetite-regulating hormones, play roles in weight control and cardiovascular health. Hydration, another key factor for both skin and systemic function, is intricately linked to nutrition. While the role of direct water intake is indisputable, foods with high water content, such as cucumbers, tomatoes, melons, and leafy greens, contribute meaningfully to total body water status. A study in Clinical, Cosmetic, and Investigational Dermatology, 2015, suggested that increased water intake is associated with greater superficial and deep skin hydration, while also facilitating efficient metabolic waste removal via renal clearance. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, have a robust evidence base supporting their dual roles in skin health and metabolic regulation. These long-chain polyunsaturated fats are primarily obtained from cold water fatty fish, such as salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies, as well as plant-based alpha-linolenic acid sources like chia seeds and walnuts. Clinical trials published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, 2011, demonstrated that increased intake of omega-3s reduced the incidence and severity of acneiform eruptions and inflammatory skin conditions such as atopic dermatitis. Mechanistically, omega-3s incorporate into skin cell membranes, modulate inflammatory cytokine production, and influence the function of the skin barrier. In terms of weight management and cardiovascular protection, omega-3 supplementation has been shown to improve lipid profiles by lowering triglyceride levels and modulating leptin and adiponectin, hormones involved in appetite regulation and fat storage. Protein intake, essential for both the repair of body tissues and the formation of skin structures, also contributes significantly to staying in shape as it enhances satiety and supports the maintenance of lean muscle mass during calorie-controlled diets. The amino acids found in high-quality proteins, such as lysine and proline, are necessary for efficient collagen synthesis. Sources like lean poultry, fish, eggs, dairy, and legumes are frequently recommended. Randomized controlled trials reported in Obesity, 2013, have found that dietary patterns higher in protein, approximately 20 to 30% of total energy intake, support greater fat loss and better weight maintenance than lower protein diets, even when matched for total caloric intake. Furthermore, a study in the British Journal of Dermatology, 2019, concluded that adequate daily intake of specific amino acids correlates with a reduction in skin wrinkles and an improvement in skin firmness. Zinc, an essential trace mineral, is found in shellfish, red meat, pumpkin seeds, and legumes. It is a cofactor for over 300 enzymatic reactions, including those involved in DNA repair, immune function, and skin cell turnover. Deficiency in zinc has been associated with increased susceptibility to infections and delayed wound healing, as per data from The Lancet, 2016. In terms of weight management, zinc impacts the synthesis and action of insulin, a hormone critical for glucose metabolism and appetite regulation. Probiotics, the live beneficial bacteria found in fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut, exert systemic effects that extend to the skin via the gut-skin axis. Emerging data, including findings in Frontiers in Microbiology, 2018, suggest that consistent consumption of probiotic foods can reduce systemic inflammation, improve skin barrier function, and decrease the incidence of acne and eczema. The mechanism involves modulation of gut microbiota, leading to reduced production of inflammatory cytokines and enhanced regulatory T-cell activity. Additionally, a meta-analysis in Obesity Reviews, 2020, found that probiotics can modestly reduce body weight and visceral fat, likely due to improved nutrient absorption, reduced chronic inflammation, and influences on satiety hormones such as GLP-1 and PYY. Fiber, abundant in whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables, is a non-digestible carbohydrate that promotes gut health, glycemic control, and satiety. High-fiber diets support healthy skin by promoting regular elimination of waste products, which, if accumulated, can contribute to systemic inflammation and skin eruptions. The Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, 2015, reported that high fiber intake, specifically from whole grains, was linked to better skin hydration and reduced rates of acne. Simultaneously, fiber-rich foods contribute to weight management by slowing gastric emptying and blunting postprandial glucose spikes, which help prevent insulin resistance, a driver of both obesity and skin glycation. Vitamin D, though primarily synthesized via sun exposure, can also be obtained from foods such as fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products. Deficiency in vitamin D has been linked to chronic inflammatory skin conditions, impaired wound healing, and higher prevalence of obesity, as documented in the British Journal of Dermatology, 2021. Vitamin D modulates immune responses in the skin and regulates keratinocyte proliferation and differentiation. A randomized controlled trial published in Clinical Nutrition, 2018, found that vitamin D supplementation in deficient overweight adults improved body composition by reducing visceral fat over 12 months, possibly due to improved metabolic efficiency and reduced inflammation. Selenium, a trace mineral found in Brazil, nuts, eggs, tuna, and sunflower seeds, functions as a cofactor for glutathione peroxidase, a critical antioxidant enzyme. Studies summarized in the journal Nutrients, 2019, show that selenium's antioxidant properties support skin maintenance, help prevent premature aging, and reduce the risk of sun-induced DNA damage. In terms of metabolic health, selenium is involved in thyroid hormone metabolism, which directly influences basal metabolic rate and therefore body weight regulation. However, it should be noted that excessive selenium intake can have toxic effects, so moderation and dietary balance are essential. Beyond micronutrients, overall dietary patterns also influence skin and bodily health. The Mediterranean diet, characterized by high consumption of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and olive oil, with moderate fish and low red meat intake, has amassed substantial evidence for its protective effects. A systematic review in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology, 2016, linked adherence to the Mediterranean diet with reduced incidence of psoriasis and other inflammatory skin disorders. Furthermore, the Mediterranean diet is associated with lower central adiposity, better glycemic control, and reduced cardiovascular risks, as indicated by extensive longitudinal studies such as pre-dimed. Meanwhile, diets high in added sugars, refined grains, and processed foods have been repeatedly associated with both exacerbated skin conditions, including acne via increased sebum production and inflammation, and higher rates of obesity and metabolic syndrome. Glycemic load in particular is influential. A study in the Journal of Clinical and Aesthetic Dermatology, 2013, found that participants who consumed a low glycemic load diet exhibited a significant reduction in acne severity compared to those consuming diets rich in high glycemic index foods. High glycemic diets cause frequent spikes in insulin and insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, both of which can stimulate excessive sebum production, a well-established driver of acne, as well as promote lipogenesis or fat storage throughout the body. Alcohol consumption presents a nuanced case. While moderate red wine intake provides beneficial polyphenols like resveratrol, high and habitual alcohol intake is linked to poorer skin hydration, increased risk of rosacea and psoriasis, and generalized inflammation, as shown in a review article in the International Journal of Dermatology, 2017. Metabolically, alcohol is calorie-dense, providing 7 kilocalories per gram, and interferes with lipid oxidation, thus promoting fat accumulation. Caffeine, when consumed in moderation, can offer benefits via its antioxidant content, most notably in green tea and coffee, but excessive intake may lead to dehydration and exacerbate inflammatory skin conditions in susceptible individuals. A practical approach is to adopt the concepts of nutrient density and dietary variety, emphasizing refined food selection over calorie restriction alone. Ideally, a balanced daily intake would feature several servings of colorful, antioxidant-rich produce, high-quality protein sources at each meal, omega-3 rich fish twice per week, or plant-based equivalents, moderate amounts of healthy fats, whole grains and legumes to provide fiber, and dairy or fortified alternatives to ensure adequate vitamin D and calcium. Together, these choices provide synergistic benefits. Antioxidants protect skin and body from oxidative damage. Omega-3s quell inflammation and maintain membrane function. Proteins and silica-laden plants reinforce structural components, while fiber and probiotics sustain the gut-skin axis, all while supporting effective appetite control and metabolic rate. Food preparation and timing are also critical. Overcooking, deep frying, and charring can induce the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, byproducts implicated in skin aging and decreased elasticity, as demonstrated in Diabetes and Metabolism, 2016. Raw or lightly steamed vegetables, grilled or poached fish, and unprocessed whole foods present not only lower concentrations of such harmful compounds, but also ensure preservation of sensitive nutrients like vitamin C and polyphenols. In review, the interconnectedness of skin health and body composition is rooted in sound nutritional science. Scientific literature consistently emphasizes whole, minimally processed plant foods, high-quality protein for tissue repair and metabolic integrity, essential fatty acids for anti-inflammatory benefits, and selected micronutrients and phytonutrients, all delivered in the context of a balanced, varied dietary pattern. By structuring meals around these principles, individuals are positioned to achieve both visibly healthier skin and a body composition that supports long-term vitality rather than fleeting results. Current research underscores that such choices, rooted in robust data and translated into everyday practice, are the backbone of true, long-lasting wellness. Thank you for watching the video. If you find it interesting and meaningful, please give us a like to motivate us, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss other exciting videos. Goodbye and see you next time.